you might just be saying this is what you want and what you're advocating for, but there are people being harmed by the actions of the words that you're saying. Do I think he should have got killed? No. But I cannot tell you in good faith that if you do this and you say things that are divisive, because people say they're just words, but I would implore you to find a time where you heard Charlie Kirk say, you know what, from your perspective, that does make sense. That's real conversation.
Yeah.
People are hiding debate tactics and debating like on a scholarly or competition level. They are disguising that as conversation. You're not having a conversation. You're not finding a middle ground. You were trying to tell them whatever existence that you think is valid in your mind is not valid, and we want to move forward to try to erase that ideology. And when you start talking like that, that's what happens.
Yeah.
A wise person, when seen with an opposing view, their first step is to go backwards. Why do you think that? Okay, from your perspective, okay, what, and you try to find an answer together. That's not who Charlie Kirk was. It was, as soon as I find an entryway to bulldoze over whatever you're saying,
You're gonna take that point.
Exactly. And there are some people, not me, I think you should be able to do that, but I do understand the ramifications that we live in a world that people, there is consequence worse than death.
Yeah.
And it's living a life not worth living, right?
Yeah.
I think most people would say, would you rather, there's people who say, I'd rather die than go to jail. So clearly they will pick death over jail.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're giving people the option to have an existence that they're like, I'd rather die than accept this, or I'd rather do something than to have my family accept this.
Yeah.
I can't tell you those people don't exist. Would it be me? No.
But somebody else out there is thinking like that,
Exactly.
as we can see. I just think it's so wild because, like, as a kid, like, for me, when I was a kid growing up, seeing stuff like this, it was just like, oh, this is a history book thing. This is something that happened way back then. Being an adult and seeing events like this unfold, like, right in front of our face. Bro, we watched this.
Yeah.
Like, we saw a person literally get assassinated right before our own eyes. And I just think, like, it's so crazy. Because, like, for me, when I saw that and when, the message got sent to me, the video got sent to me, I'm just like, there's no way this is real.
For real.
There's no way this is real. This can't be, like, a real thing. But, like, we live in a very messed up world to where, like, I feel like...
See, people say that, but...
I think we're numb to this now.
See, people say that, but do you know there is less violence today than there ever has in human history? There is not a more peaceful time, but people's perception is it's getting worse because you see it more.
That's all you see. Like, when you get on Twitter right now, I guarantee you'll see a video of somebody either getting beat up, killed, or harmed in some way. But I feel like where we're at now, it's pushed us so much through these social media apps. It feels like it happens so much.
Yeah.
It feels like it happens so much. And we kind of get to a point where it's like, kind of used to it. Like, this, seeing that happen, I was like, damn, that's crazy, and went about my day.
You know what's crazy? You know how I found about it? I was like, you know what? I just got to switch to, let me put because I do want my screen time to be more productive. I want to, like, play games, work my mind and stuff like that, rather than scrolling on Twitter and stuff, debating with people who, anyway.
Dumb. Yeah.
So I left my phone in the house. I'm on the patio playing Donkey Kong No Life in 3 hours. All right, I'm out there, and so I come back to my phone. I open up Twitter. I see Legend of Winning, Omar brother, tweet. I guess America got is done with the nonsense or something like that. So I'm like, but then I see his comments, and it's like, some people under there, they in the comments having a Klan rally down there. All right, so then I'm like, what happened? So I go to trending. I see the first thing, and I see Charlie Kirk. I'm like, there's no way. There's no, because I with the comments saying and seeing his name trending #1, I'm like, there's no way, bro. There's no way. I click on it. I seen it. I said, at first I seen the one angle
Yeah.
where it's kind of like far away. I'm like, damn. But then I see the other angle of the up front. I'm like,
shit.
nah, bro, this is crazy. Again, I would never advise anybody to do that
Nah.
because I think you shouldn't. But I also would not advise anybody to go out there and think you can say things that are going to affect people's lives.
And not have no repercussions.
Because people are like, well, if you think words hurt you, that's because you're soft. Is he a political activist or not?
Yeah.
He was the #1 political commentator for the Republican Party. He drew more numbers than like internet traffic than Fox News.
That's crazy.
So you cannot say you have heavy is the one who holds the crown, right? Mm-hmm. You cannot say you have no influence and say these are just words if you're the #1 political company. You just can't do that.
Yeah. And it's crazy because I wasn't like too like hip to who Charlie Kirk really was because I ain't gonna lie, I don't really mess with the whole politics thing. I try to stay out of those conversations with a lot of people because I don't want to see it's messy sometimes. But like when I did a little bit and just looked up who he was and the things that he was, I was like, damn, this nigga was wilding.
Yeah,
there was a lot of things that he said that was crazy. But shit, those are his opinions and how he felt. Shit, that don't mean I gotta feel that way.
And that's why I feel like that's why I feel like some people should do a little bit more research.
Yeah,
because there's never a time where I did a little bit. Most hate comes from the not knowing.
Yeah,
there's never a time I did more research and came out on the other side like everything you say is invalid.
Yeah,
right. So even when he brings up like, yo, black fathers in the home, blah, 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 Civil Rights Act was a mistake. You know, back when y'all were in Jim Crow, y'all were less violent. So when you say things like that, there are so much context to history that you just either glossed over or it didn't affect you, so you never cared to look into it.
Yeah.
Like there's museums out here that will show you the things that happened. They got museums in DC that you can go through. I think would have been more useful of his time is if he did a live stream and went to the museums in DC, the African American Museum, or if he went to the Human Rights Museum in Atlanta and live stream and show people what actually happened, what people were saying on TV at these times, what people were instituting in practice in law, and then you can say, oh, that happened? Okay. So maybe it does make sense why, because if it was life or death for my family, would I steal watermelons off the plantation to sell them so my family could eat? Maybe I would.
Yeah.
But you have to be empathetic. Some people confuse sympathetic and empathetic. Like, you can have sympathy for somebody. Hey, if that was happening to me, I would feel like this.
Yeah.
Empathy is, hey, from your perspective, with me receiving the treatment I'm receiving, I can see why it's wrong that certain things happen this way. That's empathy, right? I think people only err on the side of sympathy is because I wouldn't want it to happen to me. Empathy is it won't happen to me,
but I get it.
But I get why you did what you did. That's the difference.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, man. Rest in peace. Shit sucks that happened to you, but hey, man, we got to keep going about our lives and doing what we got to do. Hopefully, I don't want to see no more shit like that though. Like it just sucks because on the flip side, the man did have a family.
He did.
I hate to see a father get taken out of a home like that.
They say that, but he was making fun of George Floyd 5 years after he died.
And that shit's fucked up.
So like, and people, I know people are gonna say, oh well, George Floyd, he did X, Y, and Z, blah 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 blah. Well, that's not how he died. 1, 2, you don't have to make fun of it though.
You don't, and that shit sucks. But hey, man.
And I don't even want to mention George Floyd because they think George Floyd is like a king of the black community.
Yeah,
to be honest,
I didn't know who he was until
I'm not gonna say we don't care.
We care.
Like, we care about, and that was. I don't get it. Or anybody. People make jokes about King Von. Like, bruh, listen. I can understand somebody's consequences came to them without wanting to make fun of it.